update their plan. So that presents a little bit of a predicament for us. But that's kind of, overall, we feel like we've had an exciting year. Looking forward to an exciting year coming. Even though we are going to be obviously facing some challenges, we're looking at continuing the remodeling and remodeling of that Pack and Save building, and continuing to update some of our campus facilities that are 30-some years old. And thank God we've had some good, and thank God we did the fundraising a year ago. I'm glad we were doing it last year and not this year. I think it would have been much tougher. So, so that's kind of where we're at, kind of the highlights, and can I answer any questions for you?
I just, as you've said, I'm very, very concerned about the next year. This is difficult this year, but next year looks really serious. And I mean, I guess we just have to kind of wait and see and work through what comes out. But it's very serious for 11. And, just very, very difficult.
Well, and to compound just the state and local issues and so forth, we've got Medicaid. And the positive thing up to this point was there was additional money put in Medicaid as far as part of the stimulus package. But that's set to go back down to its previous levels at the end of 2010. So that will be there yet during 2010, but it's scheduled to decrease end of December in 2010, which is partway through the 2011 fiscal year. So that even compounds the issue even more.
Oh, absolutely. Because I asked the director. It took me about 3 times to get the answer I was after, but the additional stimulus dollars were $168 million, and he said several times that they asked for a status quo budget. It took me several efforts to get him to say status quo means 2 different things in this situation, because status quo, including the $168 million, is one thing. Status quo to the previous year is another matter.
Mm-hmm.
That was $168 million federal money included in his status quo budget for the coming year. So I can't see that they can generate anything close to that to think about a status quo budget. So.
You know, the hope is that what our National Association is lobbying for in Congress is to look at taking that and rather than saying end of December 2010 it's over with, is to kind of phase it down, reduce it by X% a year over the next couple, 2-3 years, and which would ease the pain a little. But whether that's a possibility, and whether the mood in Washington D.C. is to do anything like that, I don't know. But it's a pretty big issues to have that, and then all of a sudden have nothing. When the economy, particularly in the Midwest here, hasn't turned around, it's probably worse than it was when the stimulus was first passed in the first place. So.
Any other?
Anyway, I have a little booklet that kind of hits our highlights of the year, and it lists our employers, and it lists our major donors, and just kind of hits the highlights. I'd like to leave 1 copy with you.
That'd be fine.
I used to bring enough copies for everybody, but we've
that makes sense.
cut down some printing expenses. And,
no, things that come to us we look at and pass anyway, so there's no need to print it 3 times. So.
Well, Rick, we appreciate the work that you do on the commission. Years ago, I served on the commission. As a matter of fact, I was chairperson for a year.
I see.
And so I'm aware of how time-consuming that can be. And,
I think there's a 2-term limit, and I think I'm in my 6th year, so I would have 2 years left. So.
I happen to hit a goofy deal. There's a 2-term limit, but partway through, they changed the name of the commission, and they changed they changed the name. They changed basically they redefined the duties, so it was actually recognized as a new commission.
Oh, really?
So I got appointed to that commission, and I had 6 years on that, plus I think I had 3 years on the original commission, so I think I had 9 years. And,
That'd be a long time.
yeah, it was too long. I should not have, I should not have done that probably. It got to be, by the end of that time, I lost some enthusiasm, and it got to be what I enjoyed at first. Really kind of got to be a burden.
Well, and it seems in my 5 or 6 years, you're kicking around the same ball, and I've made an effort to suggest that instead of reinventing the wheel, that you grab certain pieces and work on that piece instead of thinking you're going to overhaul the whole thing, and that never happens. And I think that is gaining some strength.
Well, yeah, and the interesting thing is when I look at your minutes, and I try to attend a meeting or 2 a year, just to kind of keep informed a little bit. It seems like you're not only kicking the same ball around as you did last year before. To some extent, you're kicking the same ball around that I kicked around when I was on the commission 15, 20 years ago. So.
Sure.
Anyway, but I understand what you're doing and appreciate your commitment to it.
Thank you, Frank.
Have a Merry Christmas, everybody, and Happy New Year. And again, any questions that come up throughout the year, we enjoy working with your CPC. Contact her and tell her to contact us, or you contact us. We want to do it right, and we want to provide good service. And if somehow we're failing in that, we want to know about it so we can fix it.
We appreciate that, and usually when there's conflict or problems, we get contact, and we just don't have that from your entity, and so no contact is a good thing.
That's a good thing, yeah. So, yeah, exactly. Well, thank you.
You bet. Have a good day.
Have a good day. And I will get your calendars.
We have